I've always been very interested in electric vehicles and sustainability, climate change. I actually like making things since I was young, and then I like to put things together, and robotics is a natural progression. I was a student in NTU, and every day we eat the same food at the canteen. And if we want to get some variety, you can do food delivery, but food delivery is actually so expensive. So I thought that actually there was a way to make this system more efficient. I could make a food delivery robot, and that's where we really had the genesis of the idea. It's a very simple process. You can just order food from your favorite delivery app. The robot would go and pick up the food from the merchant, and within 30 minutes, we will notify you to come down and then pick out the food from our food bots.
Thank you.
The voice of food bot is actually my mom's voice. Our robots are electric vehicles, but how we are even more efficient is that we match the vehicle size to the payload size. In 10 years' time, ideally what we would see is that it's so easy to send an item and maybe services as well. As the number of big trucks and delivery vehicles reduce, that means less car parks, that means less roads required. Cities become much more livable, and I think that's a future that we want to strive toward.
Clean energy is one of the very important focal points for a sustainable future. And electric autonomous vehicles would be a unique opportunity to reach a level of utilization of clean energy that currently doesn't exist. One of NTU's strengths is in applying the latest tools and technologies and intellectual disciplines to develop products and processes that benefit society. So in the case of our partnership with Volvo buses, we have an opportunity to make the bus, the electric bus, autonomous, apply it on our own campus to seek sustainability solutions, whether it's with respect to carbon emissions or making transportation more efficient.
The biggest challenges Singapore has is we try to reduce the number of cars because we just don't have the space to get more cars on the road. And then to reduce the number of cars, the only way you can do it is provide alternatives which are more efficient and work better for people. What you can do with autonomous technology is you can change your mobility system overall. You can change the number of buses because you don't have a limitation of driver availability. If you go to autonomous bus, you could change one big bus with 3 smaller buses and do the route either more frequently at off-peak or you do a different route for each bus. So you can use data and do things like dynamic routing, change the route depending on where the demand is. Finding a sustainable environmental transport solution is very important for the quality of life for residents of Singapore. To get the more livable environment with more greenery, you need to provide better mobility in general so that the space isn't needed for road, isn't needed for mobility, but can be used. And that is where this flexible urban autonomous bus transport comes in.
My aspiration is that many of these journeys that we have embarked on with respect to sustainability, autonomous vehicles, using science and technology for the benefit of humanity will all come together so that we can move the needle on how these technologies can benefit society in a major way. And NTU is one of the few large universities around the world and at the crossroads of Asia to influence not only the conversation about all of this, but potentially the practice of all of this. And I would hope that this will be one of the legacies that we leave behind from the current cohort of my colleagues who are at NTU today.
Thank you.